Good morning from a really cold Texas this morning. We're back here behind our barn and we're going to be doing one thing today, and that is building our chicken run. We're going to show you how we do it. Well, first things first, we got a lot of lumber to unload and we've got to clear the space for the run itself because it is covered with leaves back here. Look at this. I got to get these up and get them ready for the garden because those are gold for the garden, as I've mentioned a million times before. We got to get that all done before we start actually building anything. So let's clear that site and get things all set up. So we got to put together our framing for the exterior chicken run here, and we've got these cool corner brackets. This can attach 3 pieces of wood together at a corner, which is going to make it super easy to get this done. And it's the same price as buying 3 of these types of corner brackets, so it's kind of a no-brainer. Against the side of the building here, I'm just going to run our framing up like this. I'm not going to use one of those other corner brackets, but I'm going to use this style. And we're going to attach this piece of framing through and into our framing on the interior of the barn. Now, another reason I'm using this corner bracket here and just bringing the framing straight up is I'm not going to have a piece across the bottom because this is where the chickens are going to come out. We're going to be cutting a hole inside here. All right, we're going to set this down in our bracket right there, and we're going to level it out, but we're going to want to attach this piece of blocking essentially to the framing on the interior of the barn here. It runs right here. You can see where the screws are holding the metal siding on. Hear my crazy border collie in the background. Border collies hate noise. Any type of noise. Any high-pitched noise. It drives them crazy. And I apologize for that. He cannot help himself. Come here, you want to be on camera? What are you doing? You need to calm down. You need to calm down. You're such a spaz. You're such a crazy spaz. You need to calm down. You know that? Do you need plugs in your ears? Huh? Or you need to go in your cage? You need to relax. Relax. Again, I'm using this style corner bracket up here at the top. It's just super easy to do it. And if you want, I'll link them in the description below where I got them. I'll just leave you a link. I think I told you how excited my daughter was to get these chickens, and I'm excited too, to be honest with you, because I had chickens when I was little. I had some of the same breeds that I'm going to talk about coming up in this next video, which you don't want to miss, talking about chicken breeds for beginners. We had these chicken breeds. My neighbor has some of those same breeds, and my daughter's seen them and she absolutely loves them. Now, if you're just putting a single corner up like this, you're going to need some bracing for it because this treated that I bought is still pretty wet and heavy, and this little bracket just can't handle that. So make sure that if you put it up like this, if you don't build the whole wall first, you know, there's many ways to skin a cat, that you put some bracing. So on a 3-foot door, I think that'll be good. Get in and out, get the wheelbarrow in and out to clean out chicken poop. All right, let's get this door on here and we can finish the wire, and then we'll be all set for the outside part of the coop. I wanted to finish this project today so I could get the video out to you next week, but that's not going to happen. I'm going to have to splice in me completing the rest of this project into this video, because why? Because I am terrible at something. I am terrible at estimating how much material I'm going to need. Look at that. No more screws. I can't continue on the project. So to you, it'll look like a seamless video. To me, it'll take me 2 weekends to complete this. Stay tuned. And we're back. We've got our materials. We've got our screws, got some more hardware cloth, and we've got some more lumber. That's the thing that always railroads my projects from getting them done in a decent amount of time, is I'm terrible with estimating how much material I need in the first place. Well, let's get to it and finish this coop today. Hey, if you haven't already subscribed, I want you to go down below and hit that subscribe button, also the little notification bell, so that you get notified of every new video that we put out. All right, let's get back to the video. All right, we're putting on our chicken wire here. Now, a lot of people say don't use chicken wire in a chicken coop, but in this case, I think it's all right because it's up a little higher. Now, any coyotes or dogs that are gonna try and get in, or anything's gonna try to get in, it's gonna get in toward the bottom and rip things apart toward the bottom. And that's why I showed you that we put this stronger hardware cloth and bent it out 2 feet, bent it up a foot, and put a nailer right where the hardware cloth is. And just make sure you get this hardware cloth nice and tight and snug up to the point you want it. And that is about halfway up this nailer, so that we get a nice overlap of the chicken wire and just onto the board, so it's harder for whatever creature to dig and kind of claw at this hardware cloth to get it apart. Then of course we got our big hardware cloth staples that we're gonna put down into the ground here, and that's going to also inhibit any animal from really tearing at this and tearing down on it. And it's going to be really hard for them to pull up. They're not going to want to do it at all. They're going to give up pretty easily. All right, here we are up in the ladder. We're going to put our second layer of our chicken wire up to enclose the top portion here. And first things first, I'm going to strip down because it was 29 degrees this morning and frosty, and now it's darn near 60. Unbelievable Texas weather. So we got these 2 pieces of chicken wire, the one on the bottom, the one on the top, on the exterior part of our chicken run, and we don't have a nailer behind these 2. What we're going to do is we're going to take a piece of wire and we're going to weave it through the entire length of both of these pieces, intertwining them together, tying them together so that they nothing can get in between them. All right, here we go. It's basically an 8 foot by 8 foot by 8 foot cube. It's completely enclosed in with wire. You saw us put the hardware cloth on the bottom because that's where most predators can get in. Although raccoons can pretty much climb and get in anywhere, most predators are going to get in toward the bottom. So we've got our door here on the east side, and that's going to be easiest for us to get around the side of the stable in here with the wheelbarrow and clean out the girls' manure. Let's show you how we put this door on here, and we'll take you inside. Basically, I just have one latch here at the bottom so they can't pull the door open, but I have another one that I'm going to put up here at the top. That's one of the few things I didn't finish tonight. That sun is going down quick, and I wanted to get you guys in here to see the entire thing. So hopefully you can see that we're totally closed in here. And there's where the door sits. We've got our hinges on the outside. We've got our our nailer on the bottom here, so you can see the transition between the hardware cloth and the chicken wire. We've got one little issue to deal with here at the bottom, which there, I'll show you, bring you down here, which is this old gutter that they put down at the base, and I have no idea why they did that. I don't know, it's maybe to channel water away from getting in the barn, but it doesn't work because water gets in there anyway, so I don't know what they were thinking, but I need to put some sort of blocking down at the corner because this is a hole where anybody can enter. So we'll put some blocking down here. That's one of the few things I didn't finish. No big deal. And you can see where I've got my extension cord coming out here from the inside of the stable, where the coop is and where the inside run is. And we are going to be cutting a door or a square just opening here. We're not going to be putting a door here. We're going to be putting the door in the coop on the inside. But we're going to be cutting a square here for the girls to come in and out of this run. We're going to have 8 chickens, and this is plenty of space for them, especially because we have that inside portion as well, which is roughly the same size. Actually, it's a little bit bigger. It's about 9 by 10 for them to run around in the inside, take a dirt bath, because it's basically sand dirt floor on the inside, and it stays dry all the time. So they can take their dirt baths in there. They can come out here. I'm probably going to seed this whole area with an alfalfa or some sort of winter mix. It's kind of a winter nitrogen fixing mix that I'm going to put here for them, and that will give some good growth right now since we're in January, and by the time the girls are ready to get out here, they'll have plenty to eat in this space. Now, we're probably going to have a video coming up of me taking care of something that's right behind the camera. I'm not going to tell you what it is yet, but it's going to be probably our first or second time doing it, and it's going to cause an issue with the coop here. So stay tuned for that video. But you can see our treated lumber is just sitting on the ground, and that hardware cloth extends out so nothing can dig or tunnel under there. I don't know if you can see it or not, but we've got our chicken wire wrapped all the way over the top of the coop here. We've got our rafters, essentially, or our ceiling joists that are coming across, and those are just giving us another nailer for some more stability on that chicken wire that's over the top of the roof. I talked to my neighbor the other day, and she said that's one of the huge things. We have a lot of owls around here and a lot of hawks. So of course, predators, and we want to keep them out of here. She's lost quite a few chickens to owls, I think she said it was, owls, and hers is not covered. It's just a big run, and she says that is one of her regrets. So she recommended that we do it. I was going to do it anyway, but she recommended, and it's up. All right, let's close her up here for tonight, and I think I might have enough light to put this last latch on, but we're going to button this up. And if you have any questions on how we did this, we'd appreciate it if you left us a comment in the comment section below. Now I want you to go check out our greenhouse video. It's linked here at the end, and it's also in the description below. You can also find it on our video page. The reason I want you to do that is that it is a really informative video on how to build a great greenhouse, a good sized greenhouse for only $300 bucks. Go check it out.